Hello, Elevated Agents. It's Kelly Higgins here, and we are back to do another Canva training. I'm so happy that you guys enjoyed the 101 that I did. If you guys didn't see, it's a very basic intro to Canva. Today, I thought we would jump in and actually design a postcard together. So that is what we are going to do today. All right, we're just going to do a real simple, modern, clean postcard. I really prefer this style because I feel like it isn't confusing to the people that are getting the postcards, and you can clearly market your content without any confusion. So we're just going to jump right in. Log into your Canva account, as you see I already have, and then right up here in this, we're going to type postcard, and we're just going to use their suggested size. If you guys have a specific size that you need made that is not the 5.5 by 4.3, of course you can always come over here to custom dimensions and enter that dimension. So here is our blank slate. I always like to start with a blank slate. They have some really nice templates over here for the postcards or whatever. Oh, look, here's one that's just listed, just sold. Some nice looking ones. I really like the clean lines. And so we are going to just make our own. All right, we're going to start off with a picture here. Going to go to my uploads. Well, actually, we're going to go over here to folders. I've organized. Now, this is a premium part of Canva here where you can organize into your folders. So if you do not have the premium Canva, all of yours will be under this upload button. We're just going to do a home exterior here and pick out. I want one that is a vertical photo for the left side. So let's see here. Not a lot of house pictures are vertical, if you guys haven't noticed. All right, you know what? We'll just make it vertical. Let's go with this one. So like I said, we're going to make it vertical. I like having a nice solid edge because, again, I like the clean lines. We're also going to just pull this in completely because, like I said before, I really wanted a clean horizontal photo. We're just going to keep pulling it in. Okay. Now we're going to move it over here, and you can see these little lines allow me to lock to it. I'd like to be in the middle. Looks like I'm going to pull this one up a little bit. And the one thing about this photo that I do like, so you might think about this when you're actually looking at your photography, is right down here, this green space is great for putting text over it. I do love that. The same thing up here at the blue, which is actually what we are going to do. We're going to do a rectangle. Okay, so here's a great tip. Now, you can come over here and go to Elements, and here are your shapes, all of them. Okay, you can pick any of these. Now, this is the one that we're going to use. It's square there, but they call it rectangle. So if you just hit the R for rectangle on your keyboard, one will pop up, and you can change whatever size you want this to be. So I'm actually going to take it all the way to the top. I always go over the edge just a little bit here with my boxes just because I don't like the bleed. So we're going to put it over the edge a little bit. Better Homes and Gardens green, of course. Okay, so what am I going to do with that box? Well, let's tell them who we are. So I'm going to go back over to my folders. Of course, you can always upload any logos that you want. I'm going to go to my logos. I got all kinds of logos here. We're going to do, I think I'm going to go with the black. I like the black in the windows here. And so instead of going gray, which a lot of people are really loving right now, I'm going to go black to match those windows. Now you want to make sure that you're kind of staying away from the edge here of your design because you don't want that to get cut off. You could always actually, I'm actually make it a little bit smaller only because I don't want to deal with that with my printer whenever I send to get it printed. So there we go. There's our logo. Of course, state laws do regulate that, you say what brokerage that you're working with and everything. Okay, so now we're also going to look for, I want an element. Let's see. I want a little like drop pin. Oh, let's see here. Maybe let's look at the social media. I want like a location pin, like that one, but I just want the pin itself. So let's just see if I can find something like that pretty quickly. All these I have to pay for, and I'm not going to pay for it. I am not going to do that. Oh, all of these I have to pay for. That's weird. All right, let's just type in pin and see. Oh, looky there, free. Of course, it's free because I have the premium version, but you guys can find these pretty easily. So here's what I'm going to do. I want it to go right here. And then, of course, here's another keyboard shortcut. You can come over here to your text and you can pick text right up here. You can, if you're not very familiar with font pairing, I actually really like if you like how this looks, click it, and then you can kind of see its layout. If that layout doesn't work for you, but you still like the font pairing, just click on it and see up here. You can see, right up here, what that font is. So then you can always go back and remember later. I don't like that though. I was just wanting to show you that. So we are going to do, so you can either come over here with the text button and do that, or just hit T for texts. And our address, we're going to say 2819 Southwest Main Street. Oops. And I am in good old Topeka, Kansas. My typing is awful. All right, so of course I don't like that font. To me, I want a really nice, blocky, modern font since that's the kind of postcard that we're doing. So I'm probably going to go with, let's see. There is one that I like, and I need to find it. Bear with me. I don't find it here in a second. Now, a lot of these fonts, you'll also see any of the ones with the crowns. That's just something that they give. There it is, assistant regular. I'm going to do regular because I want it to be a little bit more bold. Oops. Make sure I highlight it here. Highlight it, assistant regular. There we go. Now I'm, of course, going to make it smaller. Bring it over here. I don't like... Okay, so here's the thing. See this space right here in between the text because I hit enter, so now it's a new line right down here, correct? All right, so I don't like how wide that is. I want it to be closer together. So I'm going to come up here to spacing, here to line height, and I'm going to just slide that down until it gets to where I like it. I like that a little bit better. I also don't like it centered. So this is the standard text. When you create a new text box, it's going to be centered. You can come over here, do your alignment. We're going to left justify it. I like that a lot better. Then I also don't love the black. So what we're going to do is I want it to go white. It stands out a lot better with the white. And I also want this a little bit smaller. And I also am going to off-center it just a little bit. Like it's a pin and a board. I like that. I like that a little bit better. I'm going to move it over here. Move this over here. So I want another box. I think I'm going to do, you know what, I think I'm going to make this just a little bit smaller. Center that. Okay, I think I'm going to do another rectangle. I'm going to do R. Oops. R, but I want it white. Like so. This is all just a little bit of adjusting for me. Let's see how I like that. You know what? I wonder if I would like it better. Like this, and then move this over here. So. Okay, and I basically want this exact same thing. I don't want to deal with having to change fonts or anything like that. So I'm just going to come up here. I'm going to select my text. I'm going to come up here to go copy. Now, of course, I'm going to put this on this white box so you can't see the lettering because it is white. So you're going to highlight all of it. You can just use your shortcut on your keyboard there. We're going to change it back to black. And then it sold for $200,000. Okay, I guess my keyboard did not want to do that. 200. What's the deal here? What's going on? All right, let's try this again. Copy. I wonder if my keyboard's going dead. Highlight it. We're going to take it to black. I might want a different font. I'm loving that one. This, for me, is where I like to play. You know, you can definitely click on it. This one's a little bit, I use this font a lot. It's a little bit fancy for this particular, postcard. So I know that I like this one. Still a little fancier than I like. Now, I would always just caution you from using some of these crazy fonts because it really can get a little crazy out there. I think I just want something a little bit chunkier than that. Let's see. You know what? The greatest thing is that you can just click on it and go. What's your favorite font? See, I like this one. It's a little bit chunkier. I like how bold it is. The letters themselves are a little bit thicker. That's what I'm talking about. I want it to stand out, right? You know what? Let's see what it would look like if I just changed these. That's kind of exciting. Sometimes I just have to leave something alone and then come back and mess with it later. Kind of like that over there. All right, well, we're going to leave that and come back to it later. So now we want to give them a little bit more on the actual just sold. So let's do this. Elements, we're going to come back over to our elements here. And let's look at some grids. I kind of want a 4 grid. I would be okay with a 3 grid. So right here we have our 3 grids, our 4 grids. There's a 3 grid, that's okay. Oh, looky there. I like that 4 grid. So you just click it. It applies it to your postcard. I like everything to be very square. So I'm just eyeballing this and this. We're trying to make it look similar here. I want to make sure this is all nice and lined up. All right, so there are my 4 photos. So now we're going to go back. Let's see. I have a ton of photos here, guys. All right, so I'm just going to start dropping in photos. Let's say these are all listing photos from this house. Okay. It's a beautiful house, right? Okay, so if you are like me, I'm seeing a lot of curtains in this and not so much the house. So here is one way you can change it. You just double click on it and you can kind of adjust what you see. Hit enter. So I don't love that one. I like center that one just a little bit better. Okay, so then I'm gonna, let's change that one out. There we go. I kind of like, these are lighter. I kind of like them all to be a little bit lighter anyways. And I'm gonna go back. I want a, let's look at backgrounds. Okay. There we go. Here are all the backgrounds that we can look at. I want something with a little bit of texture. Don't want anything too crazy. Let's see. I kind of like, I hear little feet coming. I like this one. So let's just, oh, it's not going to let me drop that in there.
Innocent made me die.
Okay, listen, I'm recording a video. You need to go downstairs right now, or I will take all of your stickers away. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Let's see. We don't want that. Let's just do...
No, I'm not.
Okay, guys. Let's see here. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I think I like the 3. I think that I want to do just another rectangle. Let's see how I like that. I'm just going to do this rectangle just enough to cover this sucker up. Like that. And we're going to turn it green. And let's see. Okay, yep, you're going to have to leave it solid. That's okay. We can now do some more text. Let's just copy that. We're going to put it over here. And it's going to say, just sold. Okay, here's one cool thing. We're going to move this in like this. Now, I don't want it just right like that. I want it like that. And we are going to make it as big as the box as we can. Okay? So if you're moving it around and you want to just move the box, the easiest thing I think is click off of it and then come back and just start moving it. Just like that. And then if you need to do just little piece, like just little tiny scoots, click on the corner there and just use your keyboard to scoot it over. Okay, I like that. It's coming along nicely. Let's see, what would it look like? Okay, so here's another tip. So this whole text box is over this square. So if you wanted to change anything on the square, you'd have to like somehow click on it like that. Sometimes it doesn't work. So here is a great tip. We're going to click on the text. You're going to use your command button. So just click on the, don't touch anything or don't click on anything. Click on the text, hold down your command button, and then it is going to go to, click it again. It'll go to your next layer there. And so now you see that we've actually clicked on that box. We're going to come over here and change it to black. I just want to see what it looks like black. Kind of like it black, guys. Kind of like that. Looking good. Okay, let's keep going. Now we're just going to add some text and we will be done very soon. So let's just come over here, copy that. So we're going to move it over here. I'm going to make that text green. And let's say, thinking of selling your house. Oops. And we're going to bring that. I like to justify that. There we go. I think I like that a little bit. House. I like that. Pull it up. feel like I should put my picture in there. Let's see. Folders. Here are my headshots. You probably have never seen someone with so many headshots. It's almost embarrassing, but okay, let's go down and do one of these. I feel like they match this picture the most. Could do that. I just don't know. There we go. Okay, liking that better. Something is not right. There, and an extra space in there. I like how that's justified with that. Okay, and now I am just going to put my information right down here. Oops. Okay. All right. Obviously, that's way too big. And I don't like it bold. So, assistant regular. Don't really like that either. I'm going to take out the caps lock. I don't like using a bunch of different fonts in one. All right. And we're going to go just a little bit smaller. That's an 11. Let's make that a 12. And we'll come down here. We'll make this 10. There we go. Okay, cell 785-817-9255. Email kelly@kellypickens.com. And website. You know what? No one puts the www. Okay. So that is still way too big. We are going to take that all the way down to an 8. Oops. Highlight it. Yes, I like that better, and I also want it in black. I also feel like I want it down. Okay. So I'm liking this. Let's see. Some people might like that better. Oops, didn't mean to do that. That'll pop right back out of there. Bring it all the way down. If you like that better. Just not a big fan of the cutout. I feel like it's too much white. We're gonna come back with this. Okay, you guys, I think we just made a whole front of a postcard. That was pretty easy, if you ask me, and I really like the look of it. Now, you can always change your colors really easy up here. If you wanted to change it to, let's say, KW red, and then you can just click, remember our trick here, click once, control, click twice, do the red again, Looks good. All right, guys. Thanks, Elevated Agents, for joining me tonight to make the front of this postcard. It was super easy. We learned a couple of really good tricks. And I just really appreciate you guys being here with me. And I hope that you come back again. So have a good evening. Have a good day whenever you are watching this. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave me questions, leave your questions down in the comments. And give me a thumbs up if you like this and you want me to continue designing these things with you guys. There's a lot of different techniques and everything in Canva. We'll just go step by step. So it's always a learning process. I appreciate you guys being great students. And let me know if there's anything else I can do for you. Thanks.